In the wild, we think we know the rules. There's the predator, and there's the prey. We expect the hunter to win. We watch these incredible killers stalk their quarry, and a part of us always aches for the animal that seems so powerless. It's just the law of the jungle, a harsh truth we've all come to accept. But what happens when the rules get broken? Sometimes, the hunted simply refuses to be a victim. That desperate, primal drive for survival can spark a ferocity that no one, especially the predator, ever sees coming. The tables turn, the roles reverse, and the animal that was supposed to be a meal becomes the one you can't take your eyes off of. Today, we're counting down the most unbelievable moments when the prey fought back and won. You wouldn't think a slow-moving, chubby toad could kill a predator. But in the wilds of Australia, one tiny creature has turned the food chain upside down. The cane toad. Originally introduced to control pests, this amphibian came with a deadly defense mechanism. Behind its eyes are large parotoid glands that secrete a milky white toxin so potent it can stop a predator's heart within minutes. Curious dingoes, snakes, lizards, even crocodiles have all made the fatal mistake of taking a bite only to keel over seconds later. One notorious case involved a freshwater crocodile that tried to swallow a cane toad whole. Within moments, the croc began convulsing and died on the riverbank. The toad didn't run, didn't bite, didn't even blink. It just waited. That's the brilliance of toxic defense. When you're deadly to eat, even your death becomes a weapon. Sometimes, survival means doing nothing because your enemy does it all for you. At number 9, we have a creature whose defense is so good, it's basically the definition of leave me alone. The porcupine, a large, slow-moving rodent, looks like it should be an easy target. But it's covered in about 30,000 hardened, keratin-coated quills, and despite the myth, they don't need to shoot them. When a predator like a lion or leopard gets too close, the porcupine just raises its quills, rattles its tail as a warning, and turns its back. If the attacker is foolish enough to pounce, those quills detach with shocking ease and dig into the predator's flesh. The tips have microscopic, backward-facing barbs that make them incredibly painful to remove, often causing infections that can cripple or kill. Many predators learn after just one painful lesson to leave these spiky rodents alone for good. In a world of sharp teeth and claws, the porcupine wins by simply being the most painful meal on the menu. Our number 8 spot goes to an animal whose main weapon is one of the most feared in the entire animal kingdom. Zebras on the savannah might look like your standard prey, but they are armed with a kick so powerful it can kill a full-grown lion. With incredibly muscular hind legs, a zebra can lash out with enough force to shatter bone or crush a skull. There are numerous documented cases of lions found with broken jaws or caved-in chests after tangling with a zebra. When it's cornered, a zebra won't hesitate to use this power, often aiming for the predator's head. In one dramatic showdown, a lioness ambushed a zebra, trying to get that killing bite on the neck, but the stallion refused to give up. After a fierce struggle, it landed a thunderous kick straight to the lion's face, stunning it and giving the zebra the moment it needed to escape. The lion was left with a shattered jaw, unable to hunt, and facing starvation. It's a brutal reminder that on the African plains, even the king of the jungle has to respect the power of a cornered zebra. Coming in at number 7 is a solitary giant from the northern wilderness, the moose. Weighing up to 1,500 pounds with antlers spanning 6 feet, a full-grown moose is a serious challenge for any predator. Even so, wolf packs, who are masters of coordinated hunting, often try their luck. But a moose has no plans to become an easy meal. When confronted, a moose will try to intimidate first, stomping its hooves and snorting to look as big and threatening as possible. If the wolves don't back down, the moose becomes a fortress of fury. In one incredible scene filmed in Denali National Park, a mother moose defended her calf from an entire wolf pack. She strategically forced the fight into a pond, then charged and stomped relentlessly, using her deadly hooves to crush any wolf that got too close to her baby. The wolves are clever, but the sheer size, strength, and raw protective fury of a mother moose is often enough to convince them to find an easier target. The animal at number 6 is a walking skyscraper that has turned its strange anatomy into a lethal weapon. A full-grown giraffe is the tallest animal on Earth, and while its neck is for reaching high branches, its long legs are instruments of death. One well-placed kick from a giraffe can be fatal for a lion. In one unbelievable 5-hour ordeal, a pride of lions launched an all-out attack on an old giraffe bull. The bravest lion managed to leap onto the giraffe's back, a staggering 12 feet off the ground, while others latched onto its legs. But the giraffe simply would not fall. It stayed standing, absorbing the attack and fighting back with incredible endurance. After hours of struggle, the exhausted and defeated lions finally gave up, leaving the battle-scarred giraffe still standing tall. These moments prove you should never, ever underestimate an opponent, no matter how gentle they seem. It's just incredible to watch, isn't it? If you're enjoying this look at nature's ultimate underdogs, do us a favor and subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell. We've got plenty more unbelievable wildlife moments on the way, and you're not going to want to miss them. Now, let's get back to the countdown. At number 5, we see what happens when prey has both intelligence and the power of overwhelming numbers. Leopards hunt baboons, but they're smart about it, usually using the cover of darkness to avoid the troops' wrath. Attacking in broad daylight is a huge gamble, because when one baboon is threatened, it never fights alone. In one shocking incident, a leopard killed a young baboon that had fallen behind the group. Instantly, the entire troop of about 30 baboons descended on the predator in a wave of screeching chaos. They completely overwhelmed the leopard, burying it in a furious pile of teeth and fists. After the initial frenzy, the troops surrounded the badly injured cat for over 2 hours, with the large males rushing in to attack anytime it so much as flinched. The leopard had no choice but to play dead. In the end, the troops' united front forced the predator into a humiliating retreat, proving that in the wild, there is terrifying strength in numbers. The warthog might look like an easy meal for a leopard, but it's a powerhouse of muscle and aggression, armed with razor-sharp tusks that has no problem using. In one stunning encounter, a leopard got the drop on a warthog, sinking its teeth and claws deep into the pig's back. But this fight was far from over. The warthog, squealing in sheer defiance, just refused to go down. This was not a clean kill, and the messy struggle started to draw the wrong kind of attention. A clan of hyenas, hearing the commotion, rushed in, hoping to steal the leopard's hard-earned prize. Suddenly outnumbered, the leopard had a choice to make: fight for its meal, or fight for its life. As the hyenas and leopard squared off, the badly wounded warthog saw its opening. It scrambled to its feet and made a mad dash for its burrow fortress where its back is protected, leaving only its dangerous tusks pointed at anything that dares to follow. This warthog didn't just survive one predator. It outsmarted a leopard and a clan of hyenas, all thanks to a will to live that simply wouldn't be broken. Coming in at number 3 is a story of pure, stubborn grit. Wildebeest are a staple on the menu for Africa's predators, but they are anything but helpless. In one mind-blowing scene, a group of lions had managed to drag down a large wildebeest. They were climbing all over it, getting ready for the final kill. But the wildebeest wasn't ready to die. With a massive surge of adrenaline, it fought back. It somehow got to its feet, hooked one of the lions with its horns, and flipped the predator through the air like it was a toy. It kept thrashing and spinning, violently shaking off the other lions still clinging to its back. After a brutal and exhausting struggle, the lions seemed to decide the fight just wasn't worth the risk of getting seriously hurt. They let go and retreated, defeated. This wildebeest, through sheer determination and an absolute refusal to quit, simply willed itself to live. The number 2 spot goes to an animal so famously dangerous it's a member of the Big Five, the Cape buffalo. While lions do hunt them, taking on a full-grown adult, let alone a whole herd, is one of the most dangerous things a predator can do. The most legendary proof of this is the battle at Kruger. The incredible footage shows a young buffalo calf get captured by lions and dragged toward the water, where a crocodile suddenly joins the fight. The situation looks completely hopeless, but then, something amazing happens. The entire buffalo herd, which had scattered in panic, turns around and stages a rescue mission. Led by the powerful bulls, the herd charges back as one unstoppable force. They go straight for the lions, hooking them with their horns and tossing them into the air. Completely overwhelmed by the herd's collective fury, the lions are forced to release the calf. In a true miracle, the young buffalo is saved and rejoins its family. It is perhaps the most famous display of prey fighting back ever caught on camera. And finally, at number 1, we have the largest land animal on Earth, a creature so powerful and so intelligent that a healthy adult has no real natural predators. The elephant. When it comes to protecting their young, elephants are simply in a class of their own. Their herds are led by a matriarch, and every single member shares the duty of defending the calves. The moment a threat is detected, the herd's response is instant. They form a protective circle, with the massive adults facing out and the vulnerable calves sheltered in the middle. A lone leopard, or even a whole pack of hyenas, doesn't stand a chance against this living fortress. The elephants communicate with deep rumbles, use intimidating body language, and will charge in perfect unison to drive off any threat. An elephant's love for its family, combined with its sheer size and intelligence, makes it the ultimate protector, and the undisputed champion of prey that fights back and wins. From the explosive kick of a zebra to the unified charge of a buffalo herd, the will to live is one of the most powerful forces in nature. These moments defy our expectations and rewrite the rules of predator and prey. They remind us that even when you're facing impossible odds, courage, strength, and pure determination can lead to the most unbelievable victories. The underdog doesn't always lose. Sometimes, it fights back with a fury that even the world's deadliest predators can't handle. Which of these moments shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And for more incredible wildlife action, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Thanks for watching.